Hello, this is my honest description of the INFP type, MBTI type, 16 personality type. So INFP stands for, as we all know, for insane need for passion. They are very passionate people, they are introverted people, and they feel strongly about things, both positively and negatively. We can have a quick chat about their cognitive functions, which in my MBTI are a bit different. And this one is, first one is FI, which is stands for feeling intensely. They feel a lot, like I said, both positive and negative. They feel about things instead of factually or logically thinking things through. They just have opinion, have a feeling about something, and it's a strong feeling, both negative or positive. They're just feeling people. They like to feel things. The second one is NE, which is here a never-ending exploration. So they look for things, they look for new ideas all the time in the outside world. That's why they are very creative. They think about outside the box. And interesting people, very interesting people. Then next comes SI, which here is a sensitive individual. They are very sensitive. If you say something wrong to them, they will smile to you, but then they will cry in their sleep for a week about the thing that you said, even if you meant it well. But they are just very sensitive people. But if you step on the wrong thing with them, if you say a wrong thing that they feel really strongly about, they will let you know. They will let you know. And then the last one is a TE, which here stands for terrible execution, as in practical execution. I've said they are passionate and very creative people. They're just not do people. They just don't actually take their ideas and finish them. I mean, they're all great ideas, and they're all good ideas. They're all fun ideas. Well, fun ideas. They're all ideas. There's a lot of ideas. There's not a lot of ideas coming to life, which is a bit of a bummer, actually, because they've got some very interesting ideas, especially the exploration coupled with the feeling. Is a very good artist type, especially because they're introverted. It's a very, very good artist type, and it's just interesting what they can come up with, just not actually finish, usually. I mean, they can, but they don't wanna. They just rather find something else to obsess about and not finish. So let's go through some strengths of this beautiful type, this beautiful butterfly of a type. They can really quickly change through passions. With the NE, is that a strength? I think so. They're just interesting people. They don't get stuck with one thing. They just go through different passions every week, which to them might seem like a weakness, and to a lot of people might seem like a weakness. And it might be a weakness, but I've put it as a strength because I believe it makes for an interesting life, at least for them, or for people that listen to them, to their ideas. So that's a good strength to have, to quickly change through things they're interested in, and then find another one, test it out, get some new ideas, get some ideas out, and then off to the next one. So the next strength, they are, like I said, innovative and creative, very much so. They've just got so many interests and they go through so many that there's just not a way for them not to be interesting. I mean, you get them, you talk to them because they're introverted and they don't like people much. So you talk to them, and like if you've got like an INFP at work, you think he's the most boring person ever. He never talks about anything. He just does small talk and then just walks away as quickly as possible. Because they don't know you. Until they know you, they won't share their ideas with you because they're scared you're going to say something wrong about them. You know, but once you get to know them, there's no stopping them from talking. And there's just so much that they've got to say. And it's just sometimes so random shit. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, especially to other introverted exploration types like INTP or any internet people, as I like to call them. The next strength is, like I said, creative again. Very, very, very creative, because they just can't stop thinking new ideas. They just can't stop going through something new. And that makes you very creative because their ideas just keep coming to them and going, and then another one, and then another one. They're not stuck in a box. A strength of theirs is a very developed feeling, so they feel strongly about things. And when it's something negative, they feel it to their bones, and they feel it for long. And you can rationalize something to them and say, oh, don't worry about this because this and this and this. And it's just not the way they're built. But when it's something they're passionate about or there's something they like, then they'll feel strongly in a positive manner, which is very good. Very good for them. They are quirky and have very original interests. Very hipster-like. You ask them about their interest, and if they trust you, they'll tell you some really random things, which is very, very good. It's a very out there type. And like I said, when they don't talk a lot, but when they do, and it's about something they like, then you're in for some hours of talking, of listening, and it's going to be so random. And if you're not interested in these kind of things, you better zone out real quick, because they're going to go really, really far with their new ideas and their concepts. But to people that are interested in that kind of things, like myself, it's great. The adventures that they come up with and new directions that they take, beautiful stuff. They are very good listeners, because they are introverted, but also feeling, so they want people to like them. So they just sit down and let you talk about stuff. And unless you ask them many times to say something, they won't. They'll just keep listening to you and just have a conversation and just keep pulling new things from you. And it's a good listener, very good listener. They take great pictures, especially of the sky. When it's beautiful sky, they like to take a picture of that sky, upload it on the internet, because why not? Or any pictures. They are just creative people. If they see something they like, they take a picture, they post it, and they're happy. It's just very good. They are very easygoing and they accommodate a lot because, like I said, introverted and feeling, they're not very strong. If it's not something they feel strongly about, they'll just let go. They'll be like, yeah, cool, I'm alright with this. They accommodate, which is a weakness as well, which I'll point out later on. But to some people, they are comfortable to live with. They are open-minded people. They're not hateful. They're not judgeful. They're not judging people. They just like you for what you are. And that's beautiful. That's amazing. Good job, INFPs. But we now have to go to some weaknesses. Which is a few, not that many. The same weakness, like I said, the strength. They go through passions really quickly without practically actually doing the things. So their ideas are beautiful, but the things they make would be beautiful if they ever made them, but they just don't make them. And they procrastinate a lot, just like INTPs, just a different fashion. But they are very quick to find new ideas. They just like ideas. They just like how ideas feel to them. And actual doing of the stuff is not that rewarding, usually. They would like to finish things, but new ideas are just too nice to go after. And to people around them, people outside, they just seem like they are lazy, but they are not lazy because they keep researching, they keep going after new ideas, which is tiring by itself. They're just too busy. They can't do stuff because they're busy going after new stuff. Don't you get it? I can't finish the painting because I just learned that I can learn drums and I would like to play drums. What do you mean I should practice drums? I can't practice the drums because I just learned that there's this species in the tropical forest that looks really beautiful and has lovely colors. So I'm gonna go to tropical forest and take a picture of it. And so on. And the circle continues. So because they're introverted in feeling, they want people to give them privacy. They want people to stay away from them. But at the same time, they just can't wait for a person to say, tell me everything about you. Tell me every idea that you've got. And I will sit here and listen and we will have a deep, deep connection. So on one hand, they'll quickly end the conversation and run away. But on the other, whilst they're running away, they will hope someone will shout at them to come back because they have something nice to say about them. That's just how they are. They're shy, but they really want to, they really want you to love them. Poor people. You can never please everybody, INFPs. You can try. That's why you listen so well, so you know how to please people. But then you go unnoticed. You beautiful type. It's a sad story really. And because of that, they are misunderstood. They sometimes say these random things, hoping that you're gonna get what they are saying, and it just whooshes over your head, and they are hurt. So you don't even realize what they said, and now they're gonna cry for a week because you didn't get them, and they were really hoping that you are now on that level of relationship, and you don't know what happened, but they are crying. They're just sensitive people. They hate making mistakes. So like I said, they like people to like them. And if they make a mistake, they think everyone in the universe hates them. Like they've killed someone. If they make a small mistake and you say, oh, how could you? They are not gonna just cry. They are gonna wet the whole bed with tears, and they're not gonna stop just because of a tiny mistake. They just feel too strongly about other people liking them, even if they don't show it and they are very private. The next one is, like I said, they think a lot about what other people think about them, and it is usually a weakness because they're people pleasers, and sometimes they have to hide the beautiful, the amazing nature, because people might say something bad. They might say something about their outfit not being right, and that will make them cry. They might say that the picture of the sky that they've taken is not very good, and that would make even me cry, because that's too much. It's too much for everyone. They are very shy with new people because they're introverted. They would like everyone to love them, but they're just shy at the start. They just feel too much to converse freely in the moment. They're just too scared sometimes. But after a while, if you get to know them and if you're nice to them, they will be alright with you. But still, would like to keep it private. But please love them. But leave them alone. With love and passion and compassion. Understand that they want to be alone and still want you to love them. Why is this so hard to understand? Stay away. Please love me at the same time. What do you not understand? Simple things. Like I said, beautiful type, beautiful, amazing people, terrific. And I think the last weakness is they cannot take conflict. People matter to them, and they feel so much in the heat of the moment. If there's a conflict, they just shy away from it. They don't like it. It's too much. They'd rather everyone to get along and everyone do their thing, and that's great. Until it isn't, until the conflict is needed and something needs to be done, and they just can't do anything about it. They're just too nice. And after a conflict, they'll think about it for days. What could have gone differently? And even if they didn't get to the conflict, they will think about it. If someone angers them, instead of saying something to them, they will think about having the conflict with them in their heads for days, and how they could do different things and what different things they could say to them to win the argument. And then that person, so whilst they're having the argument with the person in their heads, and it's really getting heated, and they're really winning it as well, that person comes around and they're really angry at them. That person comes around, says hi, and they're like, "Hi, how are you doing?" Yeah, I'm good, how are you? And they'll just have a normal conversation, because they don't like conflict, because they are beautiful butterflies. I think that's it for INFPs, my description. Like I said, very creative, very interesting people, very loving people. They're just too nice for themselves sometimes. They like people to like them too much, where they could live their ideas and their passions a bit more if they didn't care too much. But they do. And we still love them. They're very nice. Good job, INFPs. Have a good life. That's it from me. See you next time. Goodbye.